Welcome back, everyone. My apologies to this young lady that I have not gotten back to your email response. It was important to me to do some homework first, because you have mentioned a lot of names from other channels here on YouTube, and if I knew of them. Every single person you mention, I'm very aware of them. I will not speak of my personal experience with them, because that will fuel their ego as the birds chirp louder. So when you're looking for a teacher, you're looking for anything of that nature, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just a counselor. I do urban conjuring. And what I will tell you is caution signs, what to watch out for. And again, it's up to you to proceed through traffic with caution. What I will say from some of the videos, because I wrote a bunch down here, I'll try to keep this brief. First thing I would watch out for is beliefs. If someone says in the same breath how spiritual they are, and they're constantly on this ego trip of what they do, and all the different businesses that they do, stuff of that nature, and then in the same breath they say they don't care about family, we can't pick and choose the families we're born into. Again, heed caution. If someone sits there and constantly changes their belief the same, as much as I change my underwear, I would heed caution. People that play the self-pity act too much, or go out of their way to constantly make videos of how people don't like them. They're just bored and lonely, and they want someone to stroke their ego, because deep down inside it really is bothering them. So if you need someone solid in your life, ask yourself if this is someone you really should be looking up to. People that constantly do witchy hauls and brag about their property. There's a difference. There are some people out there that love to share their gardens. For people like myself living in the inner city, it's great visual relaxation. But if people do it as, typical stuff like in high school, I got this and you don't type of mentality, you might want to think twice. Also, too, especially the ones that constantly preach about bad spirits and bad things happening to them when they can't own up to their own decisions and face reality that they're on the same negative vibration that draws in more negative vibrations to them. Also, too, those that claim that they are solitary, if they're constantly putting groups together and constantly wanting to do rituals with you, I don't understand how that could be remotely close to being solitary. Thumbprinting people. You don't need people giving you, certain certificates you do need in certain areas, just because in our line of work, we are told that it's a form of entertainment. Like there's these new things like IET, blessing, which I am now an ordained minister. I do have 2 certifications in IET, just because it does make some people feel better on that angle. But I'm talking nonsense stuff, like people, I can't even think of an example without putting out the names of these groups, so I will not put out the names. So just make sure that you have your originality and your integrity with you at all times. Don't let anybody compromise your integrity or your originality. And definitely watch out for them stealing it from you. They will steal lingos, such as keeping it real, for better or for worse. Such as blah, blah, blah angels. You are your own angel. You do your own thing. You don't need to be part of a group to do angelic duties. Also, too, those that constantly disrespect La Santa Muerte. But you talk about muertes all the time. Every single person that I have ever noticed in my own personal experience that insult other people's religions or any deity or any god or goddess that they worship, I have witnessed them repeatedly lose property, lose loved ones, stuff of that nature. If you're not doing things with pure of heart, your own deities, gods, and goddesses will teach you a lesson also. You have to be very, very careful. Especially the number one thing. If someone is going to sit there and bash someone and go out of their way to bash someone, think about it. Chances are they're going to end up doing it to you too. Even when you try to approach something very nicely. I remember this one lady on YouTube, which is one of the ladies you had mentioned. That day was the first day I witnessed one of her videos, and she was driving on a freeway, and she went, oops, and it made my heart flutter. And I tried to leave a polite comment as possible, letting her know that she wasn't, in my eyes, setting a good example to the youth. Because I had just buried a co-worker's daughter's friend that wrapped herself around a pole, texting and driving. So if you think I'm a bitch because I was actually watching out for you, it is what it is. Because I don't have to like you to watch out for you. It's called angelic duties. So it is what it is. So please, sweetheart, to the two young ladies that are very eager to join certain groups, just watch your back, do what you gotta do. Do it with pure of heart, and the second you have a weird feeling in your stomach and you feel that you should leave, you have every right to leave.